Welcome to the PR Maven Podcast, a podcast all about growing your network and building your brand through traditional and digital networking techniques. I'm Nancy Marshall, the PR Maven and CEO of Marshall Communications. Stay tuned for this week's episode, and thanks for listening. Welcome, PR Maven Nation, to this week's episode, one of our mini episodes, a quick and informative look at AI in PR and marketing. I'm Nancy Marshall, keynote speaker, author, columnist for Forbes.com and MainBiz, and enthusiastic podcaster. I'm excited about sharing today my Forbes Agency Council article, AI is here to stay, but it's no match for humans in PR and marketing. So let's dive right in. With the emergence of ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence chatbots, many professionals are concerned about AI's impact on their respective industries. On a daily basis, the anxiety and nervousness are palpable. Will ChatGPT disrupt my industry? Will it replace my job? How do I compete with AI? These questions are common and legitimate, and the answers to them remain to be seen. That's the nature of disruption. It's not easy to predict whether and to what extent the status quo will change, and it can be hard to cope when change seems inevitable. But it's important not to overreact. While AI chatbots like ChatGPT are poised to fundamentally alter the nature of work, now is not the time to panic. Armageddon is not upon us. Human beings still matter. Humans are still needed, especially in industries like public relations and marketing, those that are seemingly ripe for disruption. Employers still need qualified, creative people who can conceive and execute on projects that are too high level for AI. With the right skills and experience levels, workers and job seekers are still valuable. After all, employers are nothing without the employees who add value for clients and customers. Writing an obituary for human capital is premature, especially at a time when employee attraction and retention are top priorities for the majority of U.S. companies. There's a reason why employers are competing for talent. Let's take a look at PR as a case study. ChatGPT is already at a level where it can replace entry-level writing, responding to basic prompts, and handling basic tasks. But it is nowhere close to developing high-level strategies and tactics, deciding whether to pursue traditional or digital advertising, when to place an op-ed column or send out a press release, or how to create content that can make it to Forbes or the Wall Street Journal. Want to analyze federal labor legislation or a First Amendment-focused legal document? Good luck using AI. How about digesting a 20-page report and turning it into a 500-word column on political polarization? You're still better off using a real-world expert. Thought leadership, decades of expertise cultivated through trial and error, cannot be replaced by AI, at least not yet. Subject matter expertise remains one of the most valuable currencies in PR. That forms the basis for brand marketing, not ChatGPT. AI is just another tool. In the marketing industry, times have already changed, but they have not eliminated the need for smart marketers who can think outside the box. If you hearken back to the emergence of social media in the early 2000s, it was easy to find much of the same anxiety and nervousness that dominate discourse today. But the likes of Facebook and Twitter did not make marketers obsolete. Social media platforms did not destroy the US economy. Social media became a tool that the best marketers learned to harness, and they are harnessing it today on behalf of clients and customers to reach millions of people. Marketing did not cease to exist. Much of it just shifted from traditional newspapers and local billboards to Instagram ads and Google keywords. The mediums changed, but the people behind the success simply evolved. They applied themselves differently. That's how we need to look at ChatGPT and other forms of AI. They are useful tools that the best people will learn how to leverage successfully. AI has become another tool in the toolbox, just like social media did, and more traditional advertising did decades earlier. When the first press release went out in 1906, it did not end the era of journalism. That was 1906 that the first press release went out, long before I was born. Nor did PR become exclusively press release dependent. The press release, still popular today, was simply added to a larger toolbox for PR professionals to use. In the same way that agencies like mine don't always send out press releases for our clientele, depending on the campaign or project at hand, people won't always use AI. Its use or not will depend on the case. Don't be afraid of change. Adapt to it. Don't fear technology and the disruption it causes. Instead, rewire your thinking and try to take advantage of new technology. That involves learning and training, which are just as important today as they were in the early 1900s or early 2000s. Decades ago, I never thought that I would have my own podcast. I didn't even know what a podcast was when I was a kid, but the times have changed and I changed with them. In PR, people learn how to send out press releases. They embraced podcasting. They trained themselves to harness new inventions to become even more successful in their industry. The same logic applies to other industries too. There's no point in fretting about ChatGPT. There's no value in complaining about AI. It is here to stay. Now it's up to human beings to adapt, as we've done for centuries. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to get a free PR Maven Things to Do pad by visiting prmaven.com/giveaway. Fill out the form to submit your mailing address, and we will send you a to-do pad in the mail. I don't know about you, but I love getting things in the mail, especially pads of paper where I can write my things to do today. Now, here are Lori Doobie and Tyler Gaudette to share how my book, Grow Your Audience, Grow Your Brand, has helped Sprague & Curtis Real Estate.
Sprague & Curtis is a locally owned real estate company. We're primarily focused in central Maine. I got excited about Nancy's book because she's so well known in the area for her marketing and branding techniques, and we're always looking to expand and learn and grow, and so a lot of us here at the office decided that we wanted to read her book and learn some new techniques.
It benefits Sprague & Curtis to have a large brand and audience because there can often be multiple years between transactions with clients, so it's important to network with them and stay in touch with them in those in-between periods. And this book really helped us learn some techniques and methods to continue to do that. We organized a small book group with Nancy's book with brokers in our office this winter to share information and remind ourselves how important it is to always be working on our network and continually reaching out to our customers.
Platforms like social media are important in expanding your business, but equally as important are handwritten notes, cards, letters. She inspired me to send her a note of appreciation, just thanking her for the book and her insight. In reading Nancy's book, I was excited to look to continue to grow our brand and our audience. I think she does a great job of motivating us.
Nancy's book really helped me learn a few things in marketing and branding and how important it is to stay on top of reaching out to clients periodically, staying top of mind, providing useful information, and really telling our story as a company.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the PR Maven podcast. I invite you to share a review of the podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode. You can also join the PR Maven Nation on Facebook. It's free to join, and it's a great community of like-minded individuals who are all looking to learn and grow from one another. If you use an Alexa device, use your Alexa app to search the skills and games section to find and enable the PR Maven Podcast Flash Briefing. This will give you access to exclusive content and more PR and marketing advice. Thanks again for listening, and have a great rest of your week, PR Maven Nation.